Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terraformers on Aspera at Astra. Maximum difficulty scenario in different planet weights. We definitely got some progress going. We've got 68 for 30 or 300 space points that we need. We got progress going on our current lift stuff that we're actively doing. Or can I do an exploration for some? Sure. A little bit more silicon. I can work on that. It gives us one more launch availability. Yeah, I'm finally gonna transform power into something else. Next turn, we're gonna get Skyscraper down. Skyscraper is gonna allow us to upgrade the elevator, which is gonna give us a bit more stuff. Oh, and we do have a rover. We can send the rover out somewhere. Rover's probably gonna be pretty long cooldowns at this point, regardless of where I want to send it. 5 is probably the best. We need a silicon for 5. I'm actually thinking about it. There we go. That'll let us get the giant space mirrors done this turn. So we'll get 2 things done, and then we can start trying to replace those projects so we can get one really good alternative space material play again. Carpenter's Forest. Thought that might have been trees. It's not trees. We'll take the spaceport. I'm not sure where we're going to actually get that down yet, but we'll do giant space mirrors. Meet that zone. We're going to get our space hotels for extra support. We are Skyscraper. And next space elevator level. I can on demand come up and tell Deimos, give me a new project. We'll wait until next turn. Yeah, we'll wait until next turn until we decide to do the space hotel. We've already invested in this one, so I need to... It's not going to benefit from alternative space materials because it's going to apply it once per project. Yeah, let's get Demos City done quicker. Don't want to completely do it because we do want to be able to apply alternate space materials and apply 3 random materials to it. But those random materials are less random if there's no possibility for them to be random. We can take advantage of that. And if you do an explore, 2 power isn't a bad price. A couple different choices for 2 power. Just support and water, or silica, nitrates, tritium. Yeah, we'll just take this one water. Oh, we now have enough rainfall I can get the trees down. It's one place. Expectations, of course, go up because the game wants to keep that pressure on real hard. Automation sensors are a little tempting. Yeah, we'll take the automation center. Space Colonial Hab. Plus one covered living connected space ones? Yeah. None of those are space ones. Okay. So we're gonna space hotel up. Not the launch capacity, I could do that. And that would complete all the water, and it would definitely be food going in there at that point. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the mine. We got a couple different mines we can set up. Actually, let's I'm 2 water short. You want to back off half of the water, and then I can do agriculture complex. Yes. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to trade a bunch of stuff. Into titanium, so we get a bunch of mines going. We got a mine, we got a mine, we got a water place. I don't want to get down. Satellite, where do I want to send the satellite? Science isn't a bad choice. Large meteorite. Yeah, I was guessing it was a large meteorite. Okay, so this can now build the first level, and we probably will build the first level next turn, because we'll have the science for it. Penguins or plankton? Plankton's technically a plant. Yeah, we'll go with the plant. More power is tempting. Yeah, more power is just tempting. We're gonna do a more power option. Fitting thermogenerator. Okay, I'm gonna potentially be kicking myself. We're gonna grab the second space hotel. Iridium mine. Silicate mine. Agricultural complex. And then we can do weather here. And I think the next 25 food either wants to be the HAB module or the think tank. That we're not shipping to space. Yeah. City buildings cost less silica, city buildings cost less titanium, city buildings cost less water. We're gonna do less titanium. Atmosphere level going up, giving us more support production. And yeah, I said I was gonna kick myself if we've got I got a space building. We got a space building, so that's what we're gonna take. 3 plus 3 powers is better than the plus 10 support. Alternative materials. Okay. Get launching to that. Get launching to that. Could actually launch one to you as well. Get all the free launches going up. Do I want to spend those last 2 trade routes? Okay, this is a little bit of a splurge. But that'll let us get that done this turn, next turn. And then we can then focus on the other 2. Okay. Suppose whether, well, at some point we will want it, so we'll be thinking about maybe putting a robot in here so we can get the weather upgraded quicker. This is the one where we're going to put the safari. That's water. We'll get the water pretty quickly. Oh, and that requires us having 1 auction level, which we'll also get pretty quick. That's 8 turns. Too dangerous. We are about to complete one, so we're going to go ahead and grab exploration satellite. Mine. We've got 6 spots left, and then the max we can build is here is 6, so we can actually get everything set up here. We just need something to actually get the science. We send it up there. Rover. I think the best we're going to get for you is a 5-turn rover. Yeah. Large stream deposit. Interesting. So we now have a lot of launch capacity. So I could actually back off. So we got 11 launch capacity. How much of this can I get done with 11 launch capacity? Presumably a lot. Oh, I can actually finish the satellite if we want it right now. Yeah. Turn around, get the satellite, complete the satellite. Okay, this won't be as efficient. Do some alternative space science, space materials. So we can complete that. That gives us 3 more launch stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm probably most interested in that science or that power, so we'll go and put it to silica towards that one. Yeah, for the thing here, we are going to do this at some point. So I'm just going to assume we're going to robot once in here. And that means we can do the whole science. As soon as the science comes in, we can do that one. Way too expensive. Power, titanium, tritium, food, water, nitrates. Okay. I wish these were less expensive. We'll do this one. It's a little bit cheaper and a little bit more likely to get it done in a reasonable time. Let's take on my titanium. Our food. Titanium. Okay. We're not going to take a support hit because we're not going to be able to fix all of them. Complete you, get the Explorer. And then we got a couple different science ones. Titanium. That's a heating unit. That would be potentially useful. Food. Apparently I do need a lot of food. This is probably going to be worth 2 as well, so look at that one. In fact, this one's probably worth 3. We've got 8 launch capacity. 9 launch capacity. We've got 9 launch capacity. So we could finish that. Get the 3 power coming in. And then I could just split the difference on the other ones. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And send the satellite out. Let's do the satellite to get some power. There's the large power. Let's give us 3 random resources again, which would power silicates. We'll do that. Oh, rising expectations. That's not super good. Laboratory. Complete you. Now I'm a little desperate actually for the silicates. So presumably we'll trade stuff in to get silicates. Okay, that would finish that up. Should have 3 power, 4 power, okay. Okay. For the bacteria, we've already got one of you down. No, we've already got one of you down. Can we get methogens somewhere? Yeah. Or we could put plankton in the ocean. We'll put plankton in the ocean. It's going to be 23 next turn. I think we can afford next turn. Yeah, okay. And I have to trash something. I have so much science demand that we're probably going to win the game before we get the science pass. So actually, no, undo that. That one. Selection here, space tourism out, interplanetary leadership, or life spreading. I think we're going to go interplanetary leadership. Radiation global protection is pretty nice for science. We'll take that. Complete you. Come in, pair you. We're 2 foot short. Oops. Okay, we can finish that off. We just launch the 10 up there, get that done. We get 2 things done. So we've got 2 different paths to winning. To deal with their rising expectations. One is I can just win. We just work towards getting the victory as quickly as possible. The other one is to figure out ways to raise support. I suppose those aren't necessarily completely mutually exclusive. I can either do... Ooh, it's a double exploration. Let's take advantage of the double exploration. Get a bunch of 3s done. Seagrass, sure. None of these are space, so don't actually think we want any of these. Though the heat wouldn't be too bad. No, we're gonna just dump it for the science. Global radiation protection. Yeah, but the heating unit. Get a bunch of water. Science. Science. And then that's the one we're going to celestial body for the extra 100 support. Buys us 2/3 of a turn. And now I'm desperate for more space options. We only need 79 more resources shipped to space. Of course, that means I need to find 79 worth of projects that does that. Then more. Yeah. Get more science. Do any of this look that bad? No, I don't. So back that off. What do I actually want / need? So the elevator, I need more people in here, so we'll actually hold off. Not really thinking about the elevator. You can be the Safari or the Hanging Gardens. No, I just really want to think here. So here, I've got all the things we need to quickly level it up, and this will provide a lot of support bonuses to all the people in the zone. Providing oxygen and water. The next city could, for example, have either the Hanging Gardens or the water. Oh, and this is support per animal. We don't have any, we don't have any animals yet. So we should probably do the plant spreading one. Yeah, we should probably do the plant spreading one. Level 2. Okay, so we explore that one, then we can set that up maybe as a location. They can do the meteorite and the geothermal. Robots down. So we need science, so it probably actually makes sense to export stuff and import science. Just really crank that science project. Or science projects, we'll probably do this one as well. Earthquake succession. Leap deer. Sure. No space. This is a little disappointing. That's a little disappointing. Okay, trash that. We can come in here. Upgrade. Upgrade. Rover. At this point, is in the middle of a giant circle of explored territory. It's otherwise not very useful. We're not gonna be 10. We're not gonna have a cycle for 10 turns. We can do 6s. Crater. Okay. Could do leap deer. Don't have any animals, to be fair. I have any animal direction yet, so probably will do the consumer good ones first. Got power, got titanium, so let's actually stick an android in here. That gives you an expand. Expand to there. We'll put the spaceport down. That gives more launch capacity. The other thing to import, I suppose, would be food, so we can get a lot more people out. But no, I think we'll stick to the generate science, get our techs out. Mine the asteroid, yes, of course. Got no other space stuff to work on that's being prioritized. Bus station, plant spreader. Infrastructure optimization's interesting. Bus support for each location. Sure. Okay. Basically, immediately just turn around, finish the asteroid, get our 12 points. We're kind of hungry for points. So we could clear out some of the rocks and move the regolith thing here. But that'll let me just put androids down. So let's put android here. Yep, I know we don't have any people here, so that's kind of a wash. We'll put the observatory there. Get science income. Support. Get the science, yeah. Okay. I don't have enough titanium, so I need to import the titanium to support that. Okay. Oh, yeah, the game has really decided you need to be done. Okay. Oh, I could use more nitrates, get more food and plants, yeah. Do we have a good place to, like, a large nitrates, large into nitrates to satellite? Yeah. Is that enough, or do we need more? I think I need more. One more. Okay, so if I don't import for the turn, we can do that next turn. Or don't export for the turn, we can do that next turn. We don't need that. Okay, so we can get that done in a turn pretty easily. And what do I want? Probably, at this point, probably food. Well, food and more attempts at something productive, I suppose. Two population and water. Got the water. So yeah, if I get 25 food, I can put a guy here, and we have the two population do the first of the animal one as well. So I can do 50 support, do Ceres. Not sure. We got given Venus. I need stuff to do, so complete that. Ship this stuff off to very quickly do the import gas giant. Oh, we probably have the temperature to do the cacti on the spot, yeah. More support per turn. We probably have what we need to grab that mine, deep core mine. Okay. And then I can do explore and explore. Oh, I can do more plants. No suitable one for the seagrass. There is one for the alpine forest. We'll need one more alpine forest to get that support prestige to go up. Okay, next turn we'll be down to needing 50 more space points. That's just a farm spot. We're not too worried about that. Tundra or Boreal. Tundra. There is a space one, so we should take the space one. Complete. That is a 16. That's pretty believable we can do, though. 13. Okay, so I can't do it all in one turn because we just don't have enough launch capacity. Almost do it in one turn. In fact, we were 3 short from doing it in one turn. So if we had the alternative space materials right now, we could just snap our fingers and have it done. We are on some water for the condominium, I think. Or food. Or mixable. Let's get enough that we can do the condominium next turn, and the rest we can plow into food. Sadly, you can't use that to grab tiles. We don't have a dock yet. No space. Shame. And we're losing pretty quickly. We're losing in a turn in a bit. support. Grab that hex. Expansion hub. Set up the guided tours, get a little bit of support that way. Put the observatory, which will be a little bit of support. That's not going to be enough support, I think, what we're going to run into. I don't think we're going to get enough food for the skyscraper. No, we can always try. Okay. You know, let's take you. That frees you up to grab. Wait, no, let's back up and do that. Do that later. Yeah, this is only like 5 support, so we're at the point where we're just burning support too quickly that it's not very feasible to fix that. Stay home, we need the support. None of these are space. I need space. This is a cooling. So this is 2. Let's continuous trading. 2 levels there. And we've got a high location. A power thing. Add +2 support every time you increase power. $75. Just short of buying us another turn. Need 34. 34 is a lot. Or by expectation, at least multiple turns. Okay. So my trade rates aren't doing stuff, which makes sense. Expansions. Robots people. That's actually tempting. It's not a space one. It's not a perfect solution. Do we have any place where we actually have 4 people? I've got 3. You've got 4, but we don't have space to put anything down. You've got 3. Got no one. So yeah, if we get one more person, we'd have it there. Oh, I did that the wrong way. I should have done the 2, and then it would have been the 3 instead of a 5. Okay, this person Person out, new person in. Interplanetary leadership's out. We can either get trade or nationalism. We're gonna go nationalism. Celestial development action. No, that's not really what we want. Schools adjacency. Culture meat wouldn't be too bad. Culture to meat. It's not what we want, but it's what we're getting apparently. We're gonna get a opinion boost when the atmosphere finishes next turn. Okay, that'll make sure that we got enough to do the citizen science next turn. I could do Eureka to get everything. It doesn't really make much sense. Do an independent speech. Why is it asking me if I'm sure? Oh, because we're about to lose. It doesn't matter. Well, actually, we'll press the thing. Does this kick in before? No. Oh. Yes. Yes and no. Okay, so we're alive for now. Inspirational Explorer. We get 5 more projects proposed. We'd only be able to pick one. And picking one is not enough to win. Okay, so I'm gonna finish that. And we might as well put this citizen thing down. Also happens to produce some science, which is bad. How many people do I have? It's 4 here. 3, so that's 7. And there. 10. 11. 12. 13. No, that's 15. 15 in total. Actually, you know what? Doing Eureka, it's still probably not enough. Take natural heritage there. We're 24 short. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this. Let's be fair. I got anything realistically we can do to try to win? Oh, I could do... Oh, because we're getting it from the expansion hub, that doesn't... There's no point in doing that. We don't have a connection to there. No. Yeah, I think that be it. So close. 34 more to go. And to be fair, we're about to get 12 more, so it's actually 22 more to go, let's say. Well, if you're watching YouTube, this is where this run ends. Well, at least that attempt at that one ends. This is also where we're going to go ahead and end the stream. So if you're watching YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. Or if you've been watching on YouTube or Twitch, I hope you've been enjoying. The next time this will show up again will sort of be probably a pop-up stream. I'm not going to set this up as a regularly scheduled replacement to the Long Dark. I think we will do something space-based. I think it'll probably be Terra Invicta will take over the Long Dark spot. But I haven't decided that yet. We'll make that decision over the next couple days. So if you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be something up tomorrow. It probably will be like something like Terra Invicta. Not so sure. If you're watching on Twitch, the upcoming schedule is Field of Glory Empires tomorrow, Shadow Empire the day after that. Decent possibility we're actually going to finish Shadow Empire, probably by winning, hopefully, in that stream. Day after that will be probably Victoria 3 playing as Prussia, because someone asked for that on YouTube. I don't see any reason to say no, so we'll do that next. Day after that would have been Long Dark, except we just we died in Long Dark earlier today. Technically we cheated death, so we could continue the save, but I'm gonna put that on hiatus while everyone has time to respond to it. If you're watching on YouTube, that's been up to respond to for like the last 2 days by now, I think. Whether or not we should continue in the game or the save where we died. In exchange, we're probably going to replace that with probably Terra Invicta. And then if I ever have any boring time in my day where I just want to de-stress, we'll come back, we'll do some Terraforming Mars, sort of as a pop-up stream sort of thing, because it's pretty good if I've just got like an hour or two. Well, it's pretty good if I've got like 2 hours to stream. That was my second attempt at this one on max difficulty. Got a lot closer than the first one, but I think we're going to pass on attempting it again right away. And the next time we play this, we'll probably play like Planet of Knowledge or Expansionist. Probably Planet of Knowledge, which I think will also be really hard. 900 Science and Explore 90 locations. What was it when we actually did it? 600? Okay, so the thing that's going to make that scary is the expectations, really. Because apparently we did 654 turns. Oh, and this is probably doable because it's going to be proposing extra technologies. Technologies are the main thing you use science on. Or were the main thing you use science on. With the addition of some of the DLC, there's other stuff you spend science on, but... Settle 4 locations for cities. Oh, that's what's that difficulty now. It's up to 100 locations in 10 cities. Yeah, that's a pretty big swing. But yeah, so we'll probably do Planet Knowledge the next time this comes as a pop-up. We're explained what the schedule is looking like. So with that, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll sort of remind you, I do stream this to Twitch under the username, or do stream stuff to Twitch under the username Willcol. If you want to come view the streams being recorded live, they're usually recorded, something gets recorded every night. And then if there's the odd time when I want to de-stress during the middle of the day, we'll stream a little bit earlier in the day. Not as a replacement for the night one. We'll still do the night one those days as well, but it'll just be a random pop-up thing. If you're watching on Twitch, if you've got any comments, try to leave them in the next couple of minutes, otherwise I'll bring the stream down. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to watch any of the older stuff, because Twitch VODs only stay up for 7 days, feel free to hop over to the YouTube channel, which is Willcol100. Stream under the username Willcol. I upload stuff under the username Willcol100 on YouTube. I do record everything locally, so it should be going up in 1080p, 30 frames per second. Most of the games I play are not... They don't need every frame, is maybe a good way to think about it. So I think 30 frames per second is probably fine for upload. That might actually be something I seek to do on Twitch, is drop the frames from 60 to 30. I think Twitch is technically getting 60 frames per second right now. Whereas Twitch gets whatever the default, or whatever the internet can handle as far as video quality. YouTube should be getting reliable 1080p. So if you like a reliable number of pixels, YouTube is probably the better place to watch it. And if you care about the channel succeeding, probably watching it on YouTube makes a little bit more sense anyway, because assuming it's not live. If you want to come watch it being recorded live and you want to interact with me as I'm doing it, the only thing I would warn you is that maybe, because people don't necessarily post and chat very much on Twitch, maybe not the quickest at responding. So sorry if I don't get to you when you're posting live commenting live on Twitch. I do respond to most of the comments on YouTube, which reminds me I have a comment I need to respond to. The person who asked for us to do Prussia, I haven't actually responded to them telling me yes, I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm going to go do as soon as we're done with the stream. But yeah, if you've got any comments, if you've got anything you want to see me do differently in any of the runs, feel free to let me know. I am 4 to 6 days recorded ahead. Well, actually, it varies 2 to 6 days, I suppose, right? So I record 4 parts at a time on a 4-game day cycle. So usually I've got to give myself a window of about 2 days between when I've recorded to when I need it uploaded. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just as it's gone up, presumably whatever would say fill that slot was just recorded 2 days prior, so I've got time to compress it, upload it, put it in the descriptor, that sort of stuff. So if you're leaving comments on YouTube, I will probably respond to them on YouTube. And if there are comments on what to do differently in, say, a game or what to stream or whatever, obviously there'll be like a 4 or 6 day delay between when you post those comments and when that happens. If I do change something. I suppose comments are sort of like the under advisement box. If you tell me to do something, I may do this thing. But I am taking under some degree of advisement because I don't immediately do whatever YouTube or Twitch chat tells me to do. Because sometimes they're telling me to do stuff that, for whatever reason, doesn't make sense in the circumstances. I definitely had some people trying to backseat game the China games a couple times, and that just the China runs, Qing runs in Victoria 3, which wasn't always the most useful. But yeah, so with that, I wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next part, next stream, next game, whatever you're watching. And with that, bye for now.